Yeah, when you talk about porn addiction, it sounds so simple at a surface level. Some people would even hear that and kind of scoff, like, oh, can you really be addicted to that stuff? The answer for starters is yes. Like the addiction research is all very clear that this is incredibly addictive. Some would argue it's as addictive as, cocaine or heroin. I'm going somewhere with this to answer your question though. If the issue is you're watching stuff that you don't want to watch on a device, then surely the solution would just be put a blocker or something that stops you from watching the thing you don't want to watch on your device. And we can dust our hands off and say, problem solved. It's not really an addiction, right? And that would be true if porn was actually simply a behavioral issue. So the first 3 years that I was in recovery, so I make this commitment to live my life for God. I know that that means not watching things like pornography and certainly not having vices and dependencies of any kind. Really, that would be in that realm of, unhealth or bad for you. So I'm trying to quit and I'm installing internet filters. I'm praying more. I'm mustering up willpower. I'm occupying myself with busyness. I'm doing the things that logically make sense. And what I didn't realize is that's kind of the equivalent of running over a weed with a lawnmower. Everything looks clean temporarily, but as long as the root system is there, that weed is going to grow back one way or the other. And that was the case for me. Like I would keep getting these streaks. I was all about my streak. Like I hit 30 days and then I hit 3 months, and then, oh shoot, I had a relapse. We'll start all over again. Because the weed was just growing back. The root system was still there. So how did I actually break free? Well, I started to actually tackle the underlying roots. And I realized that if I could get to the roots, the more psychological elements of what was really causing my dependence on pornography, then as a natural byproduct, I would just start to watch pornography less. And that was kind of the theory that I had picked up in university along the way through some of my studies and some of the stuff that I was observing in the Bible when I was, getting into that a lot more. And it was sort of a theory I had, and it turned out to be true. And so it was still about another 2 years of kind of tackling the roots, figuring out why I watch pornography. That's a really important question to ask yourself. And then, Abraham Lincoln famously said, if I had 5 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. And so in that 2 year stint, I probably spent about 18 months sharpening the axe. And I didn't realize that's what I was doing, but I was doing it. And then the last few months is where I really start to get breakthrough. And February 2016 is when I had my last relapse.
Thank you very much for tuning in to that clip. If you enjoyed it, then you'll love the full-length episode right here. Right here. Click it. Go ahead.